Hey, whoa, I just went blurry. What's going on, guys? My name, can I focus at all? Hold on, let me take those off. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Matt, and I'm back with another video, and as you can see, I'm using webcam. Yep, we're back to the basics. Alright, so, I'm doing another conspiracy theory video. Ooh. Alright, so, as you can probably tell, I am a bit of a sports fan with my broken electric guitar and my acoustic guitar. Alright, so I got 3. 2 of them seem pretty legit, and one of them I do actually believe. That one is my first one, but there is another one that I had never heard of. And alright, so I will have to pull up a page on it, mainly because I don't know anything about it. And, but it does seem fairly plausible. So, let's get into them. Alright, so I got 3 right here if you transpose, but, the first one is the 0-2 Western Conference Finals. So going in to that, the number 1 team in the conference, headed by, I'll insert a picture, headed by Mike Bibby. I was 1 when this happened. I wasn't even 1. Actually, yeah, I just turned 1. Alright, so the Kings have a 3-2 lead on them, going into Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals in 2002. I just turned 1, so I have no knowledge of this at all. So, they're headed by 3 big men. Vlade Divac, Chris Webber, and I'll put it up right here. I cannot remember the other one. They're going up against the best duo in NBA history. I'm still a little sick. Of Kobe and Shaq. So, these 2 teams battle it out. The Kings are really the better team. And there are some bad fouls called. Now, why would the NBA want to rig this game? Well, David Stern was asked what his dream finals matchup would be. He said it would be Lakers, no doubt. That's first evidence. Second evidence is, would you rather have a Kings... Sacramento is a low-market team, alright, that won't get as many fans, or as much money sold for them. So, I mean, hold on. I can't remember who the other team was that they're facing. I want to say it's New Jersey. So, this one, now the Brooklyn Nets, the New Jersey Nets back then, were a powerhouse team. They were a big team. They were always in the top 3 in the late 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. Before they were terrible. Good lord. They won like 13 games in like 2009. So, they do this. I forget I think they had Jason Kidd at the time. Look, I do not know the players at all. I just know the situation. So there's a phantom foul called on Chris Webber, who is the best player on them. Now, if he has 5 fouls. Vlade Divac fouled out, and then the other guy who played center for him fouled out too. Alright, so not to mention Vlade Divac was traded for Kobe Bryant in 96. So that happens. And so Chris Webber receives a 5th foul. If he gets one more foul, they would have probably had to bring in, I don't know who at center. They would have had to bring in like a shooting guard at center. So if that happens, there were a couple questionable calls that the refs did make. One of them is the tripping of a guy on the Kings. Kings are the Kings are beating them by a good amount. Going into this, when it happens. So, the refs decide that it's probably not going to happen and they're going to win. Well, what happens next? The Kings lose that game, and then they ultimately lose Game 7. Alright, so this one's a bit of a long conspiracy theory, but I may actually update it because it is a huge conspiracy theory, like a long one. So I may actually just make it on its own video. So, I mean, this is going to go in this video, but I may do a more good lord, my webcam's terrible. I may just do another update in like a month on a completely, like, its own video and all that. So the next one is the one I'm pretty sure y'all have all heard of. And just to get context, hold on. I know I'm looking into the webcam. The Jordan flu game. Alright, so the Jordan flu game happened in the 1997 finals. I could not remember what year it was that it happened. And so, what happened was, alright. So what happened was, he supposedly had the flu. Now, there are two possibilities it could have been. Or three. He could have actually had the flu, which is actually fairly implausible. Because, first off, I've had the flu. You do not do athletic activity with the flu. Even if you're Jordan. That is legit impossible. I barely could get out of bed, let alone run up and down a basketball court. The second one that is a little more plausible than that, because there is a story of him getting a pizza in a hotel room. He's the only one who eats it, and the guy who actually ordered it thought it looked a little shady. This one is that he got food poisoning. Alright, so, I mean, he looks a little dehydrated in the end, and the flu makes you dehydrated, but he looks a little too dehydrated to have the flu. And also, food poisoning could have a lot more symptoms that match what he had. But the last one goes along with Jordan a lot, and it's alcohol poisoning. He drank, he gambled, whatever. Whatever you want to say, he probably's done it. So this one's the one that I actually believe, because this sounds like Jordan a lot. I feel like he actually drank too much and partied a little too hard before the game, and he got alcohol poisoning, and he just decided to be a tank and kill John Stockton and Karl Malone's dreams. Stockton Malone, forever loved. Forever loved. I'm joking. So that conspiracy theory, I mean, seems pretty plausible that it's not the flu. Could it be the flu? Yes. No, you definitely wouldn't want the media telling them it was alcohol poisoning, because Jordan's image is ruined. Jordan, the greatest of all time, the GOAT. Actually, no, that goes to Brian Scalabrine. I love you. You're the greatest of all time. Insert picture now. Or insert actually probably video clip. Actually, no, I'm not getting copyrighted. Crap. So the final one. This is the one that I had actually never heard of, and I closed out of it. Shit. There we go. Alright, so this one's one that does seem a little, honestly, true. Because, I mean, but it does have some theories saying, it does have some points saying that it sort of isn't true. But alright, this one has to do with the Iron Man of baseball. That is Cal Ripken Jr. If you don't know who he holds the record for most games played in a row. This happened in 1997 after he got into a fight with famous actor Kevin Costner. He was in the Field of Dreams and movies like that. So what happened is he found him in bed with his wife, and he got into a fight with him. Now, what the Orioles claimed to have happened was they had an electrical malfunction, and he wasn't going to be able to play the game because he wasn't feeling 100%. Alright? Now, this would have snapped his consecutive game streak. But this is also a little shady because he's the Iron Man. I mean, I don't think anything could have happened to him. But no, I'm joking. This seems a little off because people saw him in the dugout with a glove on an hour before the game. So, and yeah, he ended up evidently getting in a fight and not playing. So, or he wouldn't have played, but I hope y'all enjoy this video. I had to get one out for y'all because it's been a while, and I'll see y'all in the next one. As I always say, cheers, fellas.